little hand wrapped around my finger, and it's so bright in the world tonight. Your little eyelid fluttering as we dream like you in our morning favorite night. To you, everything's funny. You got nothing to regret. I'd give all I have, honey, if you can say it like that. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Just say this little. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Stay this simple. Won't let nobody hurt you. Won't let me break your heart. No one will desert you. Just never grow up. You're in the car on your way to the movies, and you're mortified your mom's dropping off. Four times just doing about something you know you won't show. Don't make her drive you up around the block. Remember that she's getting older too, and don't lose the way that you dance around in your PJs, getting ready for school. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Just say this little. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. You can say this simple. And no one's ever burned you. Nothing ever let you fall. Even though you want to. Oh, pick up in your mind of your childhood and the red sounded like when your dad gets home. Remember the footsteps, remember the words said, and all your little brother's favorite songs. I just realized everything I have is something gonna be gone. So here I am in my new apartment in a big city named Prairie now. It's so much colder than I thought it would be, so I tucked myself in and turned the nightlight on. Wish I'd never grown up. Wish I'd never grown up. Ooh, I don't wanna grow up. Wish I'd never grown up. I could still be a little. Ooh, I don't wanna grow up. Wish I'd never grown up. It could still be simple. Ooh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Just stay a little. Ooh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Could say this simple. Won't let nobody hurt you. Won't let no one break your heart. And even though you want to, please try to never grow. Just never grow. Your little hand around my finger and it's so quiet in the world. Your little eyelid flutter 'cause it's being like you in on your favorite light. Girl, everything's funny. You got nothing to regret. I'd give all I have, honey, if you can do it like that. Oh, darling, don't you ever go.
Good morning. My name is Kirsten Clark, and I am the proud principal here at Clinton Prairie Junior Senior High School. On behalf of the Clinton Prairie education community, it is a pleasure to welcome you as we celebrate the graduation of the class of 2025. We would ask that everyone please silence their cell phones at this time. We would also ask that you refrain from yelling or shouting during the ceremony. Families, during the presentation of diplomas, as we announce your graduate's name, please as they At the conclusion of the ceremony, our graduates will exit the gymnasium and meet their friends and family outside the field house entrance. We would like to recognize several individuals who assisted in the preparation for this morning's ceremony. Mrs. Erin Swinford, Senior Class Sponsor and Dean of Student Services. Mrs. Amanda Moore, Senior Class Sponsor and School Counselor. Office staff, Mrs. Jana Doyle, Mrs. Becky Brewer, and Mrs. Angie Batt. Our assistant principal, Mr. Luke Harlow. Our athletic director, Mr. Chad Peckinpah. The music department, Mrs. Angie Schilling and Mr. Michael Villano. Mrs. Lori Jones, Mr. Curtis Camp, and the CP custodial and maintenance staff. And now, as our senior class officers make their way to the stage, we would ask that everyone please stand for our national anthem. We will follow with the Pledge of Allegiance, led by our senior class officers.
You may be seated. At this time, we would like to recognize one of our graduating seniors who is enlisted in the United States Armed Forces. Abram McLaughlin, please stand. Abram, we thank you for your commitment and service to our country with your enlistment in the United States Air Force. At this time, it is my pleasure to present the Salutatorian for the class of 2025, Ms. Addison Miller. Good morning, fellow classmates, faculty, friends, and families. From a young age, golf has been a large part of my life. What started as leisurely golfing with my dad turned into being competitive and looking forward to the girls' golf season. From the tears to the fun moments on the golf course and witnessing Brianna Mitchell fall into a sand trap, golf season has some of my favorite memories. As I stand before you today, I can't help but think that the journey we've all taken to get here is a lot like a round of golf. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, how could graduation possibly relate to golf? However, there are many similarities. In golf, the goal is simple. Get the ball into the hole. But the way we do that, the path we take to get there, is never the same for any two players. It's filled with twists, turns, bunkers, water hazards, and occasionally a perfect drive. Similarly, life as a student has never been a straight line. We all set out with our goal in mind, graduate, get our degree, and move on to the next chapter. But along the way, we faced challenges that felt like taking a 10 on a par 5, and for those of you who don't golf, that is awful. It's probably the worst score you can get. In moments when we sank a putt that made us feel like we could take on anything. Sometimes we hit our tee shots with confidence, and sometimes we find ourselves in a sand trap, searching for that next step. But the best golfers don't get discouraged by a wayward shot. They don't let one bad hole define their round. And in the same way, we can't let a misstep, a failed exam, or a tough time in school define us. It's the resilience, the persistence, and the ability to get back up and keep swinging that really counts. But the most important lesson golf teaches us is the importance of enjoying the game. We've been so focused on the end goal, graduation, that sometimes we forget to appreciate the beautiful moments along the way. The friendships we've built, the lessons we've learned, the quiet moments of reflection, and even the moments of failure. Now, as we step off this course and into the next phase of our lives, we're not done playing. Life will keep presenting us with new challenges, just like a new round of golf. We may face obstacles that seem impossible, we may have to adjust our swing, and we might encounter some rough patches. But like any good golfer, we need to stay patient, focused, and ready to take on whatever the course throws our way. Graduation is not the end of the game. It's simply the next hole. So let's approach this next phase with the same enthusiasm, focus, and determination we've had throughout our time here at Clinton Prairie. Let's embrace the challenges, learn from the mistakes, and most importantly, let's enjoy the journey. Congratulations, class of 2025. And now it is my privilege to present the valedictorian for the class of 2025, Mr. Nathan Bretnocker.
Good morning to the entire Clinton Prairie family. For those who haven't been enveloped within my sphere of insanity recently, my name is Nathan Bretnocker. It is an honor to stand before you today as the valedictorian of the class of 2025. I want to begin here today by thanking the parents and the families of the students, as well as the teachers, administrators, and other faculty members. All of you have been called here to celebrate our accomplishments, but none of this could have been possible without you. Everyone in this room has helped define the future of not only our lives, but of the entire world as well. Thank you for everything you have done to nurture and reinforce our knowledge and our character. My final assignment as a student at Clinton Prairie was to write this speech. One last essay to write, once and for all. This very paper right here is Times New Roman, font size 12, double space, just like everything else always was. That's how you know things get serious. I don't have to worry about a thesis statement, rhetoric, or proper comma usage, or any of that imaginary stuff that English teachers use. Sorry, English department, but you know it's all made up. All I had to do was sit down and write something to say to my peers. It could be inspirational, it could be heartfelt, it could be nostalgic. I could say anything I wanted to, with permission from our principal, Mrs. Clark, of course. With no rubric, no grade to worry about, and no restraints, I immediately began to write. That's what I told everyone, at least. I didn't actually start writing this until the night before it was due for approval. Despite everything I've learned at Clinton Prairie, and despite Mrs. Clark, the English teacher's constant proclamations, I never actually learned time management. I love procrastination. The absolutely monumental, some could even say massive, problem that I encountered with writing was determining a single unifying feature that each and every one of us experienced. I wanted to stand and deliver a speech to our class that could resonate with all of us. One that defined our past, displayed our present, and developed our future. The problem with this is that we are such a diverse group of people, each with their own unique and individual experiences. Not everyone had Mr. Wines as your wingman as you steamed and plodded, or taught Mr. Johnson all the new slang words like big back and sigma, or learning what calc was with Mr. Hennett. And by the way, calc is slang for calculator or calculus, or also calcaneus, part of the field. Or got into increasingly cartoonish accidents resulting in numerous head injuries. Not everyone captivated a roaring crowd playing sports, enriched an adoring audience on stage, or excelled in academics. Not a single pair of people today have the same experiences in life. Thinking about this, eventually, I found something to write about. The unifying factor between each and every one of us is that we all have changed. We've all changed since we first walked through those doors all those years ago. It doesn't matter how long you've been here, whether from a tiny kindergartner, scared, exuberant for something new, or just last year from a different school, the change we have experienced while in this building unites us. This change is the driving force within our lives, the desire to improve ourselves, the feeling of success just at our fingertips. We change in order to adapt to the circumstances we find ourselves in. We change as we develop ourselves into adults and the people we want to be. The change we experience is a metamorphosis of our form. We shift from young baby caterpillars to fragile developing chrysalises and finally emerge as beautiful, mature butterflies. We take all our dreams and aspirations and find our wings to fly into the future. We cut our strings holding us back and float like balloons into the sky. Our change, however, is more than just for ourselves. We change in order to change the world. Each one of us will go out into the world following a different path. Each one of us will achieve different things. Each one of us will be unique. But each one of us, all the same, will have an impact on the world. Everything we do will change the world around us. Make a change in the world and transform it into something beautiful. We are the future. We change the world with each step we take. We are about to take a big step in our lives, to make things count. For now, however, it's time to rest. Our journey as students of Clinton Prairie is over, and we have time to look back at our changes before we depart. As I finish here today, I give these last few pieces of advice. All of us have our own story to tell. Nobody but yourself is able to write and experience your story. The decisions you've made and continue to make through the spiraling labyrinth of life are your own. Enjoy them. Live every moment as your moment. Shout your tale from the rooftops in order to ensure that the world will know it, for now is the time to seize the day. No matter how ridiculous the odds may seem, within us resides the power to overcome our challenges and achieve something beautiful. One day, we'll look back at where we started, and we'll be amazed at how far we've come. I can't wait to see how we all change the world. Thank you.
Yes, it's time to sing. Come on over.
The choir will be performing a song which Indiana native Greg Gilpin was commissioned to write after the passing of a beloved choir director in Evansville. The director's favorite movie was The Wizard of Oz. You will hear many references to the characters and their perceived flaws. Here is May You Love and Be Loved.
Not judged by how much you love, but by how much you are loved by others. A heart is not judged by how much you love, but by how much you are loved by others. May your heart be filled with courage. May your heart be wise to right and wrong. May it guide you with love your whole life long. Every step, every turn, every lesson that you learn, every step, every turn, every lesson that you learn, no matter where you roam, may you feel a sense of home. For there's no place like home, no place like home. A heart is not judged by how much you love, but by how much you are loved by others. A heart is not judged by how much you love, but by how much you are loved by others. May your heart be filled with courage. May your heart be wise to right and wrong. May it guide you with love your whole life long. May you have courage. May you be wise. May you be wise. And may you love. And may you love. And be loved. Be loved. Be loved.
Some of our seniors will be singing a song about seniors, senior citizens, that is, in Billy Joel's second most played song, Vienna. Instead of encouraging youth to get out there and hit it hard, this song suggests that you should also take time to smell the roses. Here is what Billy Joel had to say about the song. Okay. We were walking in the city, and I remember seeing an old lady sweeping the street, and I said, "Dad, it's kind of sad that that poor old woman has to do that kind of work." He said, "No, she has a job, she feels useful, and she has a place in our society." So instead of burning yourself out, enjoy the journey and look for ways to be useful your whole life. Here are the seniors with Vienna.
At this time, in keeping with the Clinton Prairie tradition, our junior marshals, Kai Jacobs and Caden Robinson, will set up a slideshow highlighting the members and memories of the class of 2025.
Your little hand around my finger and it's so quiet in the world tonight. Your little eyelid flutter 'cause it's dreaming let me in harmonic favorite light. To you, everything's funny. You got nothing to regret. I'd give all I have, honey, if you can do it like that. Oh, darling, don't you ever go, don't you ever go. Just say this little. Oh, darling, don't you ever go, don't you ever go. Say this simple. I won't let nobody hurt you. Won't let you break your heart. No one will desert you. Let's never go. You're in the car on the way to the movies and you're mortified. Your mom's dropping you off. 14 is just can't do and you can't wait to move out someday. Boy, you won't show. Don't make you drive you off around the block. Remember that she's getting older too. And don't lose the way that you dance around in your PJs getting ready for school. Oh, darling, don't you ever go, don't you ever go. Just say this little. Oh, darling, don't of your childhood. Remember what it sounded like when your dad gets home. Remember the footsteps, remember the words said, and all your little brother's favorite songs. I just realized everything that could be someday gonna be gone. So here I am in my new apartment in a big city, they just prepped me now. It's so much cooler than I thought it would be, so I tucked myself in and turned the nightlight on. Wish I'd never grown up. Wish I'd never grown up. Ooh, I don't wanna grow up. Wish I'd never grown up. I could still be little. Ooh, I don't wanna grow up. Wish I'd never grown up. It could still be simple. Ooh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Just little. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Could stay simple. Won't let nobody hurt you. Won't let no one break your heart. And even though you want
At this time, I would like to introduce our guest speaker, Mrs. Sarah Sabins. Mrs. Sabins has been teaching English at Clinton Prairie for 32 years and is retiring at the end of this year.
Good morning, graduates, and congratulations. If you were still in 7th grade right now, I would probably tell all of you, now look at me, I want to make sure you're looking at me. But I think you're all attentive this morning, so I'm just going to go ahead. Got to have my glasses though. And you knew I was going out in my denim jacket, didn't you? Yeah, you knew it. You have made it to a huge milestone in your lives, one to be proud of and to be grateful for. You are sitting in the gym at Clinton Prairie High School for the last time as students. The next time you come here, you will be alumni. And I do hope you come back again. This has been an important place in all of our lives. 73% of you have attended Clinton Prairie schools from elementary on. The other 27% entered CPHS from another school corporation. 82% of you are in my English 7 class. But of course, you were all new to me when you came to this end of the building. You were in 7th grade when COVID hit, on Friday, March 13th, 2020, when everything changed for all of us. You finished the final 2 months of your 7th grade year learning virtually. It was a strange, surreal time for all of us. You went through 8th grade on a hybrid schedule, wearing masks to protect yourselves and one another. And while these things were not fun for any of us, they were an inconvenience, not a hardship. We were lucky enough to attend in-person classes while some schools were still virtual. We all made it through, and it probably made us tougher and more appreciative for the normal school setting once it returned. This is my 32nd and final year at Clinton Prairie High School. I came here in the fall of 1987 and spent 10 years here before my daughter was born. I left for 6 years and came back when Emily was going into 1st grade. When I returned here, it felt like I was coming back home again. I paid for my daughter to come to Clinton Prairie with me as we didn't live in the school district. I liked the idea that I would know her friends, her teachers, and her administrators, and I would see them on a daily basis. It was the right decision. Our school is not perfect, and sometimes we worry that our students are not getting all the opportunities they might get at a larger school, but the benefits far outweigh those considerations. You will not find a more caring staff, and the administrators are top-notch people who really care about the school and the students. They know the students when they see them in the hallways. We all talk to one another about what we can do to help you as students. And the students, you all know your classmates. They're not nameless faces in the hallways, which is often the case in larger schools. I hope that you graduates realize and appreciate these things about Clinton Prairie. If you don't right now, it's okay. You're excited, maybe a little anxious. You're seniors on the verge of graduating and going out into the adult world. I felt the same way when I was graduating from high school, and yes, I can still remember, even if it's been a really long time ago. Sometimes it takes a little time and distance to see things, both people and places, for what they really are. This year I've had the privilege of spending one period each day with my group of AP Lit students, and what a great group of young people they are. I've had some rousing conversations about sports with Dylan and Kyle especially, and that was most often during pretty basketball season. I've heard about Daniel's experiences in his home country of Liberia, and I think he might have a future as an attorney because he can make a very convincing argument to gain some extra points on his test when he thinks he's right about something. He doesn't always win, but a lot of times. And I've enjoyed the sight of Isabel's smiling face and always attentive face as she listens to the 4th or 5th presentation of romantic period poetry. The students have all grown up in so many ways since 7th grade. These seniors, as a whole, are bright and personable, and they're going to do great things when they leave CPHS. Most of my days are spent with 7th graders, which means 12 and 13-year-olds. I love my 7th graders, and I made a point of telling my students at the start of each school year that I've always chosen to stay with 7th graders rather than switching to a higher grade level. I really do like that. But it's been nice over the years to have a group of seniors in the middle of the day to help maintain my sanity. The seniors might complain about the smells in the junior high hallway when they come to my room, but I usually just remind them that they probably smelled the same way when they were in 7th grade. And they were just as loud, too. When my seniors first came into my room this year, I pointed out that we would all be graduating together. So that makes this group extra special to me. It took me 32 years to graduate, but here I am today, and I feel lucky to be here with all of you. Not done yet. Y'all listen to me for a while. Seniors, as you leave the safe and familiar halls of Clinton Prairie, I would like to pass on some words of wisdom and advice. I think this is allowable because I've lived a pretty long time. For those who are trying to guess, I'm 65. I've never been one to keep my age a secret. When my 7th graders ask me how old I am, I usually ask them how old they think I am. And a lot of times I get things like, oh, maybe 45. They're not very good. If you're over 25, they're all old to them. I inform them that they've just earned extra credit for the whole year, and then I tell them how old I am. 65 is pretty old, I know, but I always say that getting older beats the alternative. That's death, in case you haven't figured that out. Anyway, since I'm now a senior citizen, I'm allowed to give you some advice. It's a rule. I'll keep the list to my top 4 pieces of advice. I really had more than that, but I cut it down so it wouldn't be too long. So my first piece of advice for all of you is to live in the present and not in the past or the future. It's often tempting to dwell on the good old days, which we glorify in our minds, especially when we're struggling with something in the present. It's great to have good memories of the past and to hold those close in your heart, but memories are just that, they're memories, and they shouldn't be something we dwell on all the time. And while we want to plan for the future, we know that it cannot be controlled and that it can change in an instant. So don't worry about it. Don't ignore the past or the future, but spend your energy living in the here and now. Enjoy the present as it is happening. Talk to the people around you and really listen. Look around and enjoy the scenery, and put your phone down for a while, please. You can't live in the here and now if you're always looking at your phone screen. This should really go for all of us, shouldn't it? There's an amazing world out there, so make the most of today, and remember, tomorrow is not guaranteed for any of us, no matter how old or young. My second piece of advice is to be positive in your everyday life. This sounds simple, but we all know it's really not, especially when negative people and events are all around us. When faced with frustrating situations, take a deep breath and think before you speak or act. Once you do or say the wrong thing, you can't really take it back. You can only regret it. And it's okay to get angry about something, but don't stay angry. It's a waste of your time and energy. Do your best to be kind and patient with others. This is especially needed in difficult situations. If you can teach yourself to stay calm and positive, it really will make an overall difference in your life. Consider this list of health benefits the Mayo Clinic has linked to positive thinking. Better overall health, including greater resistance to the common cold, better coping skills and more efficiency in managing stress and anxiety, lower rates of depression, and reduced blood pressure and lower risk of death from cardiovascular disease. Yeah, those are things you're going to have to start thinking about now you're getting older, guys. My third piece of advice is surround yourself with people who really care about you and want the best for you. Life is too short to spend with people who don't appreciate or respect you. When you have a choice, choose to be around people who make you feel good about yourself and who make you happy. And those other people, don't worry about them. Some of you have already discovered that it doesn't really matter what other people think of you. Don't let it matter. And I know that's harder than ever with social media everywhere. I like this quote from a Frederick Backman book I read a couple of years ago called Anxious People. Here's the quote, which I think is really meaningful in today's world, where some people seem to spend all of their time planning and making posts for social media. Here's the quote. The truth, of course, is that if people really were as happy as they look on the internet, they wouldn't spend so much time on the internet, because no one who's having a really good day spends half of it taking pictures of themselves. Surround yourself with genuine people, not the fakes. Finally, don't be afraid to branch out and try something new. I think today's younger generations are lucky to have grown up in a world that constantly says YOLO, you only live once, because it's so important to remember. We have one chance to live our lives, so we should be more willing to try new things even when we might fail at them. I grew up in a time and place where we were not really encouraged to try things, and we were instead taught to be safe, both physically and emotionally. I'm not suggesting you go out and take stupid or crazy risks, but be open to trying a new hobby or meeting new people. Travel to new places. The world is amazing if you just look around. You can always come back home, but the world is much more accessible than it used to be. It's so easy in today's world to see other extraordinary places and people. Take it all in. So as we all graduate from Clinton Prairie and move on to the next phases of our lives today, I would like to close with one of my favorite lines from the 1986 movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's an awesome movie. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Don't miss it, graduates. Don't miss it. Thank you and good luck.
We're getting there. Guys, what an amazing class you are. Filled with top-notch academics, athletes, musicians, thespians, artists, and so much more. The past 4 years have brought you to this significant milestone, and we would be remiss if we didn't mention the role that your families have played in your journey to this day. Please take a moment, find your family in the audience, and give them their own round of applause. Now, take a look at each other. Like literally, look at each other. You're a pretty tight-knit group, and many of you have been together since kindergarten. However, this will undoubtedly be the last time you are all together in one place. Be present on this day. Soak up every minute. While life will take you on separate paths, you will always have Clinton Prairie in common. You are family. Speaking of family, at this time, would all employees of Clinton Prairie School Corporation please stand? You will not find another faculty and staff like ours at Clinton Prairie. And I can assure you that you will never forget them and how they have helped to bring you to this point in your life, not only as students, but as individuals. Each of you has played a vital role in shaping the fabric of our tight-knit school and our small towns, whether it was through academic achievements, athletic victories, or artistic endeavors. You have left a lasting mark on our school, our community, and our hearts. Graduates, as you leave the familiar halls of our school behind and step out into the unknown, know that you carry with you the hopes and dreams of an entire community. We love you. We believe in you. We are proud of you. And we cannot wait to see the incredible things you will accomplish in the years to come. Congratulations, class of 2025. May your futures be bright, your dreams be bold, and your hearts be forever rooted in the spirit of our small town community. Thank you. And now it is my honor to present the class of 2025. Seniors, would you please stand? Dr. Boddicker, Superintendent of Clinton Prairie School Corporation, and Clinton Prairie School Board members. These students have met the graduation requirements of our school district
and the state of Indiana. I present to you for graduation the class of 2025.
Thank you, Mrs. Clark. As Superintendent of Clinton Prairie School Corporation, and on behalf of the Board of Education, I accept the class of 2025 for graduation.
Nathan Kyle Bretnocker. Addison Jane Miller. Keaton Joseph Williams. Natalie Mae King. Peyton Elizabeth Webster. Teresa Mae Roche. Hannah Marie Schultz. Liam Joseph Hughes. Dylan Cole Thomas. Blake Parker Thomas. Connor Jacob Lauren McKibben. Marissa Lynn Large. Colton Levi Oswald. Caden Olivia Dawn Suit. Taylor Renee Hornbeck. Caden Joseph Harrison. Delaney Addison Lee. Ava K. Pitts. Hailey Anissa Wilson. Kyle Scott Harshbarger. Ivy Alexis Hill. Madeline Taylor Allen. Aiden J. Randall Fearon. Shelby Marie Looper. Daniel Isaac C. Jr. Adeline Nicole Reeder. Jacob Michael Swinford. Levi Martin Russell. Abby Lynn Swan. Elijah Jermaine Edwards. Sydney Elizabeth Julian. Braden Paul Clausen. Cadence Marie Brock. Lily June Bowles. Ryan Tanner Harshbarger. Alexander James Farley. Dalton Edward Howes. Tara Lynn Crabtree. Logan David Townsend. Trayton Karma Bates. Electra Nicole Eldridge. Luno Frank James Shiflett. Caden Thomas Carter. Nevaeh Sky Mungeon. Isabella Marie White. Brooklyn Kathleen Nail. Alexis Ann Grant. Savannah Mae Reagan. Jackson Wayne Harris. Carol Marie Arnold. Abram Charles McLaughlin. Aiden Cole Lytle. Katie Joe Fearnow. Caleb Wes Kirshner. Kendall Irene Ward. Benjamin Philip Bragg. Blake Hunter Johnston. Noah Allen Walker. Mason Kane Serrano. Austin James Reed. Isabel Olivia Schilling. Jessica Nicole Boldenow. Serenity Rain Post Johnson. Aries Michelle Day. Braxton Joseph Nail. Tyler Cedar Schilling. Morgan McKenna Carr. Benjamin Maverick Slicker. Allison Marie Romas. Danae K. Crum. Jacob Matthew McGraw. Sydney Marie Cornell. Ezekiel Titus Myers. Isabella Shockley. Cole Thomas Walker. Haley Grace Wills. Kyra Suzanne Rainey. Logan Christian Snyder. Gabriel Anthony Hoover. Owen Ignacio Ramos. Lincoln James Kilman. Kira Ray Morgan. Ariana Nicole Wheatley. Logan Scott Brown. Hayden Michael Kemple. Brianna Joe Mitchell. Landon Joseph Leetzman.
Would Keaton Williams, president of the class of 2025, please step to the podium?
Will the members of the class of 2025 please rise? Congratulations, we are now alumni of Clinton Prairie High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please stand for the Clinton Prairie fight song, Minnesota Rouser, as our graduates exit the gymnasium for the first time as alumni.